Applying for a job in the US from another country, it can seriously feel like you're learning a whole new language. So today, we're going to decode the single most important document in that whole process, the US resume. Let's dive in and make sure your amazing skills get the attention they absolutely deserve. All right, let's kick things off with a really common mistake, one that trips up a ton of international applicants: the photo. In a lot of countries, that professional headshot is totally standard, right? But in the US, including one can be a major red flag. It's a tiny detail, but it points to a huge difference in hiring culture.
So, to really get a handle on that difference, we have to start with the foundation. And look, these aren't just suggestions, okay? These are pretty much the unbreakable rules you have to follow to even get your foot in the door with most companies in the States.
So, what's the number one most important rule of all? It's right here. One. As in one single page. That's it. For most people, your entire professional history, everything, needs to fit onto one powerful page.
And the why behind this rule is actually what makes it so smart. See, this isn't just about saving paper. It's a strategy. It forces you to be ruthless, to cut out all the fluff and only focus on what truly matters. Recruiters spend, like seconds on each resume? Your goal is to give them something so impactful they just have to stop and say, okay, we need to talk to this person.
And this slide, it just lays it all out perfectly. Take a look at that column on the left, Do Not Include. You see stuff like your photo, your age, your nationality. Why? Well, it's because of US anti-discrimination laws. Companies actively avoid any info that could lead to bias. So instead, you focus entirely on the essentials you see on the right: your contact info, experience, education, skills. It's all about what you can do, not who you are.
Okay, so you've got the format down. Awesome. Now, for what can feel like the real challenge. How do you translate all of your incredible international experience so that a US recruiter immediately gets how valuable it is?
So here's the crucial thing you have to remember. You absolutely cannot assume the recruiter knows anything about where you've worked or studied. You have to be their guide. You have to connect the dots for them and make it completely obvious why your background is a perfect fit.
So how do you actually do that? It's simpler than it sounds. Instead of just listing your degree, maybe you add its US equivalent, something like equivalent to a Master of Science. If your university isn't, a household name in the US, add a quick, impressive descriptor, like top-ranked engineering university in the country, and definitely highlight any certifications that are recognized all over the world. It's all about building those little bridges of understanding.
Now let's talk about the gatekeeper. This is the obstacle you have to get past before a human being even lays eyes on your resume. We're talking about the robots of modern hiring, applicant tracking systems, or ATS. Seriously, think of an ATS as a robotic bouncer at a club. Big companies get hundreds, sometimes thousands of applications for just one job. So this software does the first cut. It scans every single resume looking for specific keywords and phrases from the job description. If your resume doesn't speak its language, you get rejected, and a real person never even knows you applied.
So how do you beat the bot? It's a pretty simple 3-step game plan. First, you read that job posting like a detective, pulling out all the key skills and qualifications. Those are your keywords. Second, you start every single bullet point about your experience with a strong, powerful action verb. And third, you weave those keywords naturally throughout your entire resume. That's how you prove to the system, and later the human, that you're a perfect match.
Yeah, please don't just say you were responsible for something. It's so passive. Be active. Did you manage a team? Did you create a new system? Did you develop an application? Words like these show accomplishment and impact, and trust me, that's exactly what both the robot and the recruiter want to see.
All right, we are on the home stretch. You've built the foundation, you've translated your experience, and you've optimized for the bots. You are so close. But before you even think about hitting send, let's do a quick final check with a few pro tips that can make all the difference.
The biggest one: never, ever, ever send a generic resume. You have to tailor it for every single job. And always, always write a cover letter unless they say not to. It's your chance to actually tell your story. To avoid formatting nightmares, a good resume builder can be a lifesaver, and make sure it's ATS friendly. And hey, don't be afraid to use modern tools like an AI assistant to help you find those keywords and really polish your writing.
When it comes down to it, creating a US resume isn't just about following rules. It's about learning how to tell your professional story to a new and really exciting audience. It's the key that's going to unlock the door to your next big adventure. So,
The real question is, once you've crafted that perfect story, where do you want it to take you?